Hey guys, Empyrean here, and in this video I'm gonna show you how I'm juicing my maps. People have been asking me what I'm doing with my towers, what I'm doing with my tablets, what I'm doing with my maps, and I just want this to be short and quick and to the point. And I have a section here that I'm about to juice up. I've already half juiced up because I kind of had to with these towers on the way, but basically how I'm doing my atlas is I'm pathing into areas where I see a lot of towers overlapping on some maps. So as you can see, I came from here, there's 4 towers down here, and there's 3 towers up here. So that means that anything in between here could be buffed by up to 7 towers, which could be really juicy. You can see this map, it's pretty juicy already, and I still haven't even popped this tower, and this tower. I want Breach on all of my maps. Breach is really fun. It's the only league mechanic right now that rewards clear speed. I have a fast character that's really fun to clear breaches with, so I'm doing Breach. My Breach tree looks like this. I have exclamation mark Atlas, or build link in the description. All of these trees are there. But what am I doing? So I'm pathing to towers first, and then putting in breach tablets. And if everything already has breach, then I'm putting in irradiating tablets. So precursor tablets that irradiate the maps. Irradiate is +1 area level. Now, how do these tablets work? The prefixes and the suffixes of the tablet, so in this case, the breaches have increased magic monsters and increased quant, applies to every single map in the tower's range. The towers show their range with a circle. If you don't have this circle, it's a display error. You can fix it by going to the endgame town from your hideout. You go here, you press map, you go to Act 3, and you go to the Ziggurat Refuge past, okay? This is this area where you initially start mapping until you find a hideout. Coming to this area and clicking the map device fixes the circles, so you can actually see the range of the towers. The activated towers will constantly show up, and the non-activated towers you can mouse over to show their range. So these tablets, the prefix and the suffix, so the bottom of the tablet, will apply to every map in the range of the tower. So if I put this tablet into this tower, the extra rare monster and the 16 quant will apply to everything, not just the 9 maps on the top, everything in the range, okay? However, the top will only do what it says. It will add breaches to 9 random maps. You cannot control which maps it gives it to, except you can pre-clear bad layouts that you wouldn't want to put breach on. This is generally not worth the time. You're generally just better off moving to another area, but you can kind of control it a little bit. But yeah, that's good to know. The bottom applies to everything, so you're not wasting the bottom on everything. So as long as I have good maps that I want to run with breaches, I always put in the breach tablet. So let's do that here. For example, I really want breach back on the slick, possibly this decay, and then on the future where I'm going this way. So I think on this, I'm gonna put in a big breach count quant tablet. Nice, we put a breach back on the slick. This is awesome. Look, the quant is already 33. And then this one, I think pretty much everything in this area now has a breach. There's some exceptions, but at this point, I would put in an irradiated tower. The mods that I'm looking for on these tablets are quant, rarity, extra % chance to spawn a breach. Breaches contain extra rare monster. On irradiated tablets, you can get an extra shrine or essence or strongbox if you want. I prefer shrines. Rare monsters have % chance to have an extra modifier, makes them juicier. So let's put a nice irradiated tablet into this one. And you can see every map got the bottom bonuses. So now the slick I was looking at earlier is now 46 quant and 20% chance for extra rare, rarity. So this is how I'm juicing my maps. Now I'm gonna path to this tower. So I'm gonna probably run this Sulfuric Caverns, this Savannah, this Blooming Field, and then pop this tower and back buff everything here with even more juice. And then I have this entire arena or area to run with a whole bunch of juicy maps. You can see these are all have a lot of cool stuff. You can skip the bad layouts if you want. I have a map tier list on Twitter. I'll link to that in the description of like what the best layouts are for breach and for backtracking. But that's what I'm doing with my Atlas. Very simple. Path to places with lots of towers overlapping. Pop the towers, put some breaches on, put some irradiated on, maybe put some ritual or expedition on if you want. If you enjoy those mechanics more, that's how I juice my Atlas. How do I roll my maps? I don't really care about the tier of map I'm running. I'm running T13, 14, and 15, and 16, and up. But I'd rather go for good mods on the map than a high tier. So I would much rather run this T13 that has a bunch of rarity and increased number of rare monsters than a T15 without those mods. So what I do is I grab a bunch of T13s, I AUK them all. If some of them have really good mods like these, I put them aside. If they don't, or they break like minus max or pen or less recovery, I vendor them up 3-1 with the reforging bench. If you vendor 3 rare T13s, it'll be a rare T14. And then this could also be juicy. Look, this roll with 100 rarity. That's really good. Unfortunately, it roll with pen. Probably wouldn't run this. But this is how I'm getting multiple rolls on getting good maps. So now, if I do this with all of my T13s, I have a couple of cool T14s I can run. And if there's brick ones, you vendor those up 3-1 to T15s. So that's how I'm rolling my maps. I have a couple of banned mods that I don't want to run. Just vendor those up or put them aside. If they are really juicy and I'm in a section of the Atlas where I have a lot of good juicy layouts to run, I exalt them and maybe even vol them. So for example, this map is missing a prefix. I could slam this. And now they have even more life or pack size or something. It got a little juicier. I run this on the juicy section of the Atlas. Corrupting the maps has a couple of interesting outcomes. They can go up a tier, so they can be T16. They can go full prefix, so only upsides, or they can go full suffix, which is only downsides. But the suffixes in this game come with an insane extra Waystone drop chance multiplier on the top of the map. As you can see, this one is 260%. You can corrupt some maps to be very, very high Waystone multiplier, 575, and that's before tree scaling. You can get some crazy amount of Waystones in these maps, 610%. This is only suffix map. This is how it corrupted. If your build is strong enough, you can oil the maps with Deli. I'm currently not doing that. It just kind of slows me down a little bit, but I probably could add some more rare monsters or rarity with the cheap oils. But yeah, that's how I'm juicing my Atlas currently. Hopefully that was helpful. If there's any questions, leave them in the comments below, and you know, maybe I'll answer them if I can. Otherwise, tune into the stream. I'm live all the time. Ask me anything about mapping or otherwise. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye. Is there any questions now that I should maybe edit in? Do you like tacos? Yep.